When I cut my fabrics, I like to take my fabrics and fold them so that 2 layers are on top of each other. Now this gives me raw edges, and I need to trim off those raw edges, so I use my ruler and trim off those edges to get them perfectly aligned. Now when I begin cutting my strips, I will be able to cut 2 strips at the same time, and no matter what size of strip I cut, it's exactly the same size as its mate. I can move the ruler over and perhaps cut 1 3/4 inch, and when I pick it up, I have 2 strips that are exactly the same size. Notice that the fold is near me. Now when I cut individual strips, because I'm cutting such odd sizes, it's very, very easy to not realize that you might cut 1, 1 1/2, and 1 3/4. So I try to use that method. Cut out several pairs of strips. Then organize those strips by laying them next to you at your sewing machine. I like to begin working from the left to the right. Now that's from my left to my right, and notice that I have pairs of strips. I also move the needle on my sewing machine over to the right all the way and use the edge of my sewing foot as my sewing guide. This gives me just a little bit less than a 1/4 inch seam. I don't need a full 1/4 inch seam for the kaleidoscope project at this time. After I've done 1 pair, I open it up and lay it beside me, and then I take the next 2 strips that are matching and begin sewing them exactly the way I sewed the first 2. Begin sewing all of your strips together, creating 2 matching pair of strata.